Daniel,
All right,
these
Daniel,
guys.
you're the first old person.
Daniel.
Oh.
These guys. All right, so pick an old person.
The first old person picked
I
was
didn't
Daniel.
call.
That's
Sheila.
not fair.
Sheila, you've been chosen. Right.
Yes.
Pick an old person. Cool. Olivia. All right, you have your 5. Pick another old person. Okay, pick an old person.
I have 7.
Round out your, okay, you got 10. All right, so pick an envelope.
Pick the second one.
Ooh.
It's about which side? The
Pick
second
an
one.
envelope.
Yeah.
And pick an envelope.
What's the best? This is one that came to my
All
mind.
right, time is
We're meant to do that one.
7:07. Be back in here at
7:30?
7:25, and we'll run through it.
All right, come this way. Come this way.
Yes.
Student led. That room's unlocked if you want to set the catches again. You have to find a way to communicate that story to the rest of the group.
No, you gotta tell us. Don't tell us. You're the bosses. And you look it up. What is it? No, you do too. It's very emotional, but it does work every day.
All with the devotion. What's he? Is
Might have to hold it out there.
So that's the parable of the lost sheep, right?
Yeah. Who leaves behind the 99?
oh wait. There's more joy in heaven.
You wanna look at the props or, yeah. Tired.
All right, so none of them know the rules. I don't think. What do we do?
You have to present the story that you've been given, or the parable, or whatever it is.
Exactly. They're not time.
What's that?
Basically, like, they're not time.
No, you just have to present it the way you see best, for us to understand. And then we're gonna try to figure out from your presentation what the story is, what the point is. You just need to be able to show us what it is,
Okay.
and do it whatever way you want.
Just like a little group. Sean sheet. Yes, personal.
What?
That's hilarious. That would be you to this. Good point. It's you.
That will actually add to the humor factor if you try to.
There you go.
That's really funny.
Well, come on, you can do it. Yeah, just like pretend. Yeah, and you can be the shepherd.
Absolutely.
You can be the shepherd. That's not funny.
I'm gonna be the
You have to
shepherd.
fight over it. One of you has to be.
Who's gonna be all the other people?
We're not party people?
Yeah,
We're totally party people.
So let's do that.
did you order?
Like to get your back.
Sharpie?
Oh,
And I don't pull water. Yeah. And what time are we supposed to?
Twenty-five, yeah, you got 10 more minutes.
45?
10 more minutes.
Oh, 10 more minutes,
Yeah.
25, okay.
Maybe it takes you a little longer or something.
Which, what's normal? John, you were right.
On the street. I guess I'll do this after. What? I'm Jesus now? You said you didn't want to do this.
Because it's funny that.
Because then I answered, because then he's like, if you're sheep, and I'm like this. Exactly.
Hey, what while we're in. Or you could just put it over here in the corner. Like just put a whole like.
We already set up our.
This is our flock is over here in the meadow.
Yep. Put some like. Yeah. Yeah, then the rest could just be.
Fly very well. That's the usual one.
I think that's fine, Dylan.
But they're all Sam. No, I'm doing great.
I just need to know where am I getting lost to?
Am
I going
the
down
back
the
of
hall or
the
out
hallway,
here?
I guess.
Back of the hall?
Just wandering around, yeah.
Alright.
Behind the drum.
What? You guys need to pick them all up.
Okay. Oh, counting 99.
It's gonna be representation.
Okay.
Representative number.
We get a fog machine. Cartoon.
I think you have to also show Sean wandering off. Yeah, like he should start here.
Each Sean's costume.
Sean's in costume, like he's fully in costume right now.
He needs like.
Good. Here's, that's.
Have you seen the claymation of Shaun the Sheep?
What?
The claymation of
There you
Shaun
go,
the
Sean the
Yeah.
sheep.
Oh,
It's
he's
fantastic.
based on that.
Literally him.
Sheep? He is black and white.
But in this way, people can talk.
There you go. Our sheep. Our sheep.
So am I going place in and I bow this way? Right, or bow this
Wait,
this way?
the other way.
Curse on the
Well,
outside.
it curves standing over here. Y'all, some of y'all come
I'm a
over here.
follower, right?
Follow sinners who follow
I'm a
Jesus over
sinner
here,
and a follower.
and then sinners that are Pharisees are over here.
Okay.
But like closer.
Yeah, we have the problem.
You gotta be more mad than
We're
that.
trying to listen to you, Jesus.
And Sheila has to say, how do you
This is very mad. Hands on the hips is mom. That's mom's mad stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just-
So I
just
think
look mad.
everybody will get.
What am I supposed to
just
do?
be like,
And I just broke like one
no,
of your
not that you're
favorite
curious.
plates.
You'd be like,
ever.
"Arr."
Okay, what's your favorite thing in the world?
Rylan.
No, like, what's your favorite object in the world?
Oh. Okay.
Okay, and so then you're gonna.
Jesus is gonna say,
What if I invite you guys over to my house tonight?
no.
Because I have a house. What if
He
I
says, let me
ask?
tell you a story.
I know, but like we have to like set this.
Okay.
What if I ask if I can come and dine at your house?
Say yes or no?
Yeah.
Actually, while you guys are
They say
yes,
yes, they say no.
while you guys are saying yes,
Conferring
Sheila
and
jumps in
listening.
and starts yelling at me.
Okay.
Why
so-
why do I eat with these people? These are weirdos.
Oh.
He's mad. Sean was mad too. Okay.
That's
Okay.
good.
So ask us.
Hey guys, would you like to eat at my? Okay. Bro, I don't invite myself over to people. Okay.
You guys
No, but-
invite.
Oh, we're
Yeah, you
inviting
guys invite
No,
me.
you were
Okay.
saying,
right?
are we inviting you or are
You guys are inviting
Oh.
me.
You can
I'm
say
arguing
why.
with the Pharisees, and then you guys come up and ask me.
Okay, so you can invite him. Ready?
Come on, why don't you just listen?
Like, Jesus. Come to our house.
Of course.
Dinner.
There was. That's basically.
Yeah,
And then we jump into costumes.
And then,
And then Sean
and,
Yeah.
years it goes over there.
And then Sean's a sheep.
Yeah.
And then
And
what,
then I'm
what should we?
standing.
She's gonna listen.
And I'm listening to you.
Are we?
and I'll be the shepherd.
Right.
I'll be
And
like,
you're.
When you
I'm
go,
still the center.
when you go to tell a story, you need to walk over here.
You could like point, maybe. That's
Be
true.
like, geez.
And Sheila and Emily are just walking along with.
Okay.
And you'll look
You still
angry,
look
and I'll
mad,
be
yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
And
I'll
I'll be
just
like,
stand
when's
over
So I
there.
get to give dirty looks too.
Yeah.
Can I make noises?
Actually,
And then,
no.
Yeah.
I just got in a fight with Rylan, because he was mean at the aquatic center whenever I was.
Yeah.
And
Sounds about right.
no, so I beat him up, and his nose is
What?
all busted, and he's losing some teeth.
Oh my gosh,
I
Joe!
actually like
You're getting
I
aggressive.
dislocated his fingers.
And now he can't play the trumpet.
Yeah, and he's like, there's like something
and a
wrong with
broken
his
something.
neck, and,
Now he
and
can't swim
it's
or
gonna
play
cost a whole
trumpet.
bunch of money to fix him at the hospital. Bro.
I love
She's happy
Joe.
because I beat up her son.
Okay,
real
okay,
bad.
let's just like.
I'll
Okay.
hit you.
Yeah, then we can.
My
Okay.
pretty, and your
You
little
being
dog
the
too.
shepherd carrying
Okay.
Sean's sheep. We'll have to go find him.
Yeah. Sean's gotta wander
You need a
around and
hook,
wander
bro.
off.
We'll all like wander back there and.
Mic stands. Can we use that mic stand? Use the mic stand? Okay.
Make it work.
Gonna be my.
Yeah, your Pepper's
shepherd?
hook. Crook or hook? I don't know. Great. And we, yeah, it's like shape
That's
it.
like a.
Yeah, we'll just take the bottom off of it. Well,
Hold it up.
here.
What?
Makes it more fun if it's less authentic.
yeah,
Right.
he's more to the imagination.
The old lady came to the sanctuary.
Here you go.
Like one of those,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
claw.
this one has a hook on it too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll work too.
That's great.
That works
You're a
too.
bad
I'm
sheep.
gonna hook
Whack,
Sean's
whack.
neck. No, I'm gonna hook his neck over it.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Okay. Then we don't have to tear up the soundstage. All right. And Emily's supposed to be super interested in your story as you talk and whatnot. And I'm supposed to be super angry, like, what's up?
What's the deal, yo?
You
And
just
then
hold it in your
shepherd
hand
boy.
like a staff.
Like a
This is-
staff.
This is my.
story, or did you memorize it?
You have
I
to memorize
memorized
the sheep
it.
story.
Say that a shepherd has 100 sheep in his flock up in the mountains, and one day one
Yeah,
of
so, like,
one
I'm
of
gonna
his
be over there.
sheep, one of his beloved sheep gets
Walk over
lost.
there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk. Well, he's gonna have to walk.
Yeah, I have to walk
Are
over
you
there.
gonna
You, Sean, has to be in the field of sheep.
Sean has to be in the
I
field
don't
of sheep.
wanna reveal it until.
And then once Joe says one of the sheep gets lost, and you have to run like.
Like, ah! No, take off.
And then
You're
you're like,
like, my sheep.
sheep.
And Timothy turns around and tells all the sheep to leave the one. He goes and he looks for Sean. And he's searching and searching. Can't find him. But then he realizes that he wonders where he thinks, I don't know. He finds his sheep and he rejoices. And he carries the sheep back on his shoulders back to the flock.
Rejoice
We gotta
with
go all the way
me.
back to the flock.
I have my sheep.
Hooray!
And he cries out in joy and he invites all his friends. Actually, you guys should be.
Now we can be
Now we can be friends.
You guys. He invites his friends over to his home, and they all rejoice together.
And then how do you rap?
And I tell this story to you,
Oh, and then we have to
Pharisees,
go
by
back.
the way. Carry all you.
Am I a Pharisee again?
I tell you all this story, claim that there will be much that once you're, and there will be.
And then you can say, and done. And then I'll jump in and ask, what's the point of this story?
What's the point of the story?
What is
Does it have
Jesus
to be
trying to teach?
interactive with it?
And then not until the end, right? Not until.
We have to
That's a
ask
good
the
one.
point of the story.
Huh?
That's a good one. Good skit, Joe.
They
Good
have to
skit,
tell the
Timothy.
story, right?
Yeah, they have to interpret
Oh,
it.
yeah. So you just like skip out that part?
Yeah,
No. I mean, Jesus says it in the Bible.
Yeah.
Give them
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can
and then.
fill in the blanks.
They can interpret it.
So what's the blank?
Well, they kind of have to just like give it back to us in their own words, I guess.
Where do you think it's?
Yeah.
Okay, you're actually, I think, actually left.
He's lost.
He's wandering.
He's wondering.
On it. Fabulous prize.
All right, I never saw Simon come back up. Did you?
No.
He went to go find props.
He's in here.
Let's go!
He's in here. He's in here.
The rest of them are in the room right over there.
You don't have any rings.
Are you guys ready?
No way.
Have a seat. We'll invite this group up. They're going to show us, they're going to present their Bible story to us, and then we're going to have to interpret what it means, and we'll talk about it after that. You guys want to go? You got time to stay.
Hello? Jesus went up to Jerusalem, and then there was a pool with a great number of disabled people where they used to lie. And when Jesus saw them lying there and learned that they had been disabled, he saw them lying there, and he learned that he had been disabled for a long time. And he said, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir," the invalid replied, "I have no one to help me get into the pool when the water is stirred. While I'm trying to get in, someone else goes in ahead of me." And then Jesus said, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." At once the man appeared. He picked up his mat and walked. It was Sabbath. Here. The man who made me well said to me, "Pick up your mat and walk." So they said to him, "Who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk?" The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. Later Jesus had found him in the temple and said to him, See, you are well again. Stop sinning, or something worse will happen to you." The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well.
So for the rest of you students, not adults yet, what was the point of that story? That story was Jesus performed that miracle, and then they wrote about it and put it in the Bible. They probably put it in 3 of the Gospels. Why a story?
Take a step of faith, walk out. And even though if you don't know, walk out.
Perseverance, walk out in faith, that sort of thing. Yes, the little context to the story. That was a pool of water inside the temple. They believed that when the wind blew it, that was the angel moving the water, and so the first person who could get it would be healed. And that's what they. Yes, Ted.
I think it's somebody else.
I would agree with both of you, Father and Son, both on the right path here. We were not meant to do our life alone. We are not meant to just be solitary people hoping we can get through things. We need people around us. It's why we go to church. It's why we fellowship with each other. It's why we make friendships. It's why we depend on each other. It's why we treat each other well, so that we can help each other through hard times. And we do keep believing, because it's a miracle that shows us that God can do anything that he wants to do. So that's good. Now we're acting these out. We're participating this way because I think you'll remember parts of the story when you need it, that God will help you recall it. And so I just want you to know your Bibles. Who was second? Who'd you say goes second? Okay, come on up, guys.
Okay, we can do it.
We just start? Okay. Our story is on the parable. Okay, so here we go.
Don't you?
Hey, keep.
How can you eat dinners? What are you doing?
They're my people. Let me tell you. Say that a man ever the sheep. when rejoices greatly. There will be much more rejoice in heaven if one sinner repents and goes up to be with God than there would be if 99 righteous who never repent. So bad at this.
Okay, so what was of Jesus telling that story and recording it, having it recorded in the New Testament? Did you learn anything from that story? Is there anything to be said? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Mhm. How many of us are actually righteous? Go ahead. Are you? Because the Bible tells me there's no one is righteous, not even one. Right? So we can't be righteous. Right? We can't be pharisaical. We can't be Pharisees thinking that we have everything correct all the time. I mean, that's one of the things Jesus is trying to tell us, that everyone needs Christ. Everyone gets lost at one time or another. And there's rejoicing in heaven when we turn away from our sinful nature, we turn away from what we're doing wrong and ask Jesus to forgive us. And so we've all got to go through that process. And the other thing it teaches us is that we are never too lost for Jesus to find us. And so when you find yourself alone, or when you find yourself in a circumstance where you just don't know the way out, or you don't know which direction to go, and you've isolated yourself from everyone around you, like you're in a youth group now, you're in a church now that loves you, so that you have people on your side. But one of the greatest things the devil does is he tries to teach us and show us that we're alone and nobody would understand. When you find yourself in that situation, you know from the Word of God now that you are never too far for Jesus to come find you. And he's looking. And so that's a very good thing. What else could we learn from that story? Why would Jesus be mad at the Pharisees in that story? Because they think they're better. And so these good people asked Jesus to come have dinner with them. And he said yes, and the Pharisees got mad and said, no, you can't go hang out with sinners. And Jesus said, I want to go hang out with sinners. In fact, this is what I think about people who are sinning. And he says, I go find them and I bring them home, and there's much rejoicing about it. And what it tells us is that Jesus values relationships more than he values religion. And so we are not looking for correct religion, we're looking for a correct relationship. Correct religion is good along the way, but if it gets in the way of people seeing Jesus, then maybe we're being a little bit pharisaical. Is that the right word? Okay. Very good. Let's see the last one. Come on, guys. You want the mic?
I have the mic. Okay. Guess I'm on the stage. Sure. David said to Saul, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul replied, "You are not able to go out against this Palestine and fight him. You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth. But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep when a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock. I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. When it turned on me, I seized it by its hair, struck it, and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. This uncircumcised Philistine will be out like one of them, because he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." Saul said to David, "Go, and the Lord will be with you." Stop laughing. Then Saul dressed David in his own tunic. He put a coat of armor on him and a bronze helmet on his head. David fastened on his sword over the tunic and tried walking around, because he was not used to them. "I cannot go in there," he said to Saul, "because I am not used to them." So he took them off. Then he took his staff in his hand, chose 5 smooth stones from the stream, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag, and with his sling in his hand, approached the Philistine. Meanwhile, the Philistine, with his shield bearer in front of him, kept coming closer to David. He looked David over and saw that he was a little more than a boy, glowing with health and handsome, and he despised him. He said to David, "Am I a dog that you come out with me with sticks?" And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. "Come here," he said, "and I'll give you your flesh to the birds and the wild animals." David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. The day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you into your hands." As the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet him. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead, and he fell face down to the ground. So David triumphed over the Philistine with a sling and stone. Without a sword in his hand, he struck down the Philistine and killed him. David ran over and stood over him. He took hold of the Philistine's sword and drew it from the sheath. After he killed him, he cut off his head with the sword. The end.
All right, you guys know that story from VBS, right? Kids ministry. They don't tell the cut off the head part usually in kids ministry. In the Bible. Tell me the story story? Why is it included in our Old Testament? A couple of things. You probably know this already, but the Goliath was probably 9 to 10 feet tall. Historical records show that he was probably pretty close to blind. So he had to be led out by a shield bearer. Don't know that for a fact, but look at ancient records. A secular guy, a guy who doesn't believe in the Lord, did the research on this and found that most of the people who were oversized giants like that had some physical limitations and that they didn't see well, that sort of thing. So that's extra. That's not in the Bible, but that maybe explained why he had a shield bearer lead him out. For 125 days, he had come out every day, one army on one hill, one army on the other, come out in the middle and said, "Who will fight me? Who will come at me?" And then he would curse God's name, and the God's people, the Israelites, his army, would cower in front of it. David was a young man. He goes out to visit his brothers who were in the army and to feed them, and he says, I'm tired of this. Who's going to stand up for our Lord? Who is strong enough to make a stand for the Lord? And they all said, "You can't do this. Go back to your sheep. Go back to your shepherd duties." And David said, "No, I will do this day because the Lord will deliver this Philistine into my hands." Called him a dog, this dog into my hands. So what's the point? Why is this included in the Bible? There's about 3 or 4 of them that we could say. What do we learn from this? Not all at once. See, people get awkward when it's silent. It doesn't bother me. I'm willing to wait. So,
I think in the story of David represents like how even though some things may seem bigger, that's just one.
that's the number one example. With the Lord on your side, you are in a position of greatness, because the Lord is great. He's on your side. What can we learn? God is looking for someone to look at going on and say, "I will do something about this. I will do, because God is on my side and God is with me. I will do something about this." And you do it in the name of the Lord. What else? What? Or anything great? Have anything to offer? Any number of reasons that you're not good enough to do something for God. He's looking for you to do something for him because you are enough to do something great for him. And you need to walk around with that in your mind. I can accomplish great things because I know the Lord. Yes, Ted.
Take that statement. Notice David didn't go straight to fight Goliath, right? He needed a lion, he needed a bear, right? God was with him through that, building his words spoken. How you're gonna go take care of this? Yeah, you're right, I am. Because I've taken care of them. I've taken down the bear.
There's a Christian author who wrote a book called A Long, Slow Walk in the Same Direction. And what he was saying with this whole book, and it's not the most exciting book, but I like the concept of it. It's the idea that I will follow God, and it's not something that's going to be flashy or neat all the time. It is at times, but it's something where I just walk in a steady path towards him over and over and over. A long, slow walk in the same direction. I will follow him, and God will do something great with that. So let him work through you. Let him walk through you. Let him do great things for you. Let him convict you to do great things in his name. And it will happen a little bit by little bit, and God will continue to ask more of you. And I mean, I was a screw up kid. I was a bad kid in school. And he turned me into a pastor, and I'm still following him. So, all right, that's what we got tonight. Thank you all for participating. Thank you for giving it a go, and something a little bit different than normal. But I'm hoping that some of these stories will stick with you as you go through your life, because it's good to know the Bible. And I think you all are pretty great. So.